Welcome back to the Youth Academy RTG. We're cracking on with the Championship and ending the transfer window today. We've had players in and players out already so far in the season opener yesterday. If you missed it, then do check the channel page for it because there were some sizable outs and an in that we're hoping to add to today with actually a loan. One that was instigated yesterday. We're waiting to hear back as to whether Arthur Scott will join us on loan from Rangers for a bit of squad depth. I have one more player in my shortlist here that I'm intrigued into looking into. Now, Philip Novak is 72 rated at Blackburn. Now, they didn't play him when we played them yesterday. And he hasn't played at all this season. But they won't let me loan him, so I'm unsure as to whether to go out and buy him or whether I might be better off looking to loan someone whilst we wait for our youth scouts to maybe find that next generation midfielder that we currently don't have to come in and challenge Castro for that starting spot. I do have Lavery still, obviously, but he's just the ideal squad bench player because he can play at centre-back, he can play at CDM, he can play at full-back. I don't want to throw him into the starting lineup. He's just the James Milner of bench players, so he's fantastic there. So I would potentially like someone to come in and replace Castro in the starting lineup, but as of yet, not sure who that may well be. So we'll push our way through the rest of this summer transfer window. We have big games actually. Leicester away, Leicester City down in the Championship. It's happened in this save. Will it happen in real life? We'll wait and see. Then we've got Ipswich Town at home, followed by them away, and then we'll have transfer deadline day at the end of the episode. So a lot of on-field action and hopefully some off-field action too. Do, of course, drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save and you're looking forward to the remainder of this season. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell and you won't miss any of it. Right, we've played 3-1-3. They've played 3-1-3. Who's going to come out on top? Leicester's starting lineup is really strong, actually, even for a mid-table Premier League side. Bayindir, Kadiolu, Soyuncu, Botman, Lodi, Rabiot and Thuram in the midfield with Rodri, Ceballos and Diatta sat behind Jebison. Everybody is 80 plus, apart from Jebison who's 74. They are only lacking a first team striker, but you imagine that's probably because whoever they did have there has been sold since their relegation. But given the strength of their team, absolutely we're expecting A, them to beat us here, and B, them to challenge for automatic promotion / the title for the whole season. They've played 3-1-3. We've played 3-1-3. We've scored 6. They've scored 7. Neither side has yet conceded a goal. So it's an early, intriguing battle at this level in the Championship. But certainly, with the quality they have on display. I mean, Kefren Turan, for crying out loud, in the Championship. Yeah. Leicester should win this, and judging by the state of their team, they should be winning the league as well, really, shouldn't they? Out wide here to Crepin Diatta, who's in the box. Turns well. Good save by Richardson. It falls to Jebison again, and he hits the side netting. Danny Ceballos. Kefren Turan and Adrian Rabiot in the Championship. Unbelievable. But it's their number 33, the one man that isn't at the same level or quality of the rest of his teammates, who scores the goal to give Leicester a 1-0 lead at the King Power. Daniel Jebison does have his goal. It's Kadiolu. Nicely into Jebison. And Danny Ceballos. Richardson saves. Can't quite get there with Ferreira to deny them the corner. And it, understandably, unsurprisingly, is all bloody Leicester so far. Nice header, though, by Rodri Lawrence. And through that gap is Edwards. Here comes Barry Knox on the overlap. And Kai Connick's back there. Salinas. Kai! No! The scoring streak doesn't continue yet. Our first proper shot on goal. And it doesn't end up in the back of the net. But it's nice to prove to myself that I can actually create something here against Leicester City when the majority of the play has been them attacking. Get that forward. Find Kai. Salinas is going, but we'll use Edwards and then maybe look for Salinas through there. Soyuncu closing me down. Here's Salinas trying his best and doing very well to hold the man off, but the finish is not what we needed at the end of the run. Getting in behind their backline has been particularly difficult. They're bringing on Torres here for Jebison. Here's Rodri. Back to Facundo. And into the box. Barry Knox tripping over someone, but managing to keep his feet and keep the pressure on. the Leicester forward. Diatta tucks that back though, and Rodri buries it to seal our fate. Leicester will go 4 wins from 4 at the top of the Championship, and we will have to settle for our first defeat of the season. Still can't get rid of it though. Kefren, oh, it's a nice ball through. Richardson just comes out, makes himself big to ensure there's no Leicester third. We've previously had won all 3 of our Championship games by 2-0. Now we're going to lose by 2-0 instead. There is certainly a scoreline of choice at this level, isn't there? Kai. Oh, go on. Go on, Kai. No! I thought it just opened up for him to keep the streak going. It hasn't. We had minimal chances in the game all told. We didn't deserve anything from it. We won't get anything from it, but will we maybe get Kai a goal? Kai, you're going to have to do something now, mate. No, it's not going to happen. Oh, man. Okay, so the streak resets for the fan objective. No away clean sheet this time, but at home against Ipswich next time out, hopefully, we will be able to get on the score sheet ourselves and stand a chance of getting some points. You can tell from the stats. Leicester certainly deserved that win. Arthur Scott has joined on loan from Rangers. Fantastic news. Exactly what we wanted for squad depth. Let's go and play Ipswich unless we get a transfer bid in the next few days. Stuttgart have bid for Bakker. Where are Stuttgart? They have in recent times fluctuated between the Bundesliga and the Zweite Bundesliga, and Stuttgart are Zweite Bundesliga, so I will be turning that transfer bid down. Mitch Bakker stays. Thank God Stuttgart weren't Bundesliga. I'd have been gutted to lose Mitch, if I'm completely honest. But thankfully, we won't. Ipswich Town with Christian Walton in goal. Luke Wolfenden is a rock-solid centre-back. Leif Davis is a name you'll probably remember from his time at Leeds at left-back. Broadhead on the left is one of their higher-rated players at 72 as well. Their side isn't that much better than ours, really. Couple of changes for me just purely for stamina. Kennedy is in on the right-hand side of midfield, and we also have swapped out our right-back as well. McMillan starts right-back for Ferreira, who also was slightly tired after the game earlier in the week. Other than that, we're as you would expect us to be, and this time, hopefully, we can add to our points tally. Although Richardson is having to make a smart save early doors to ensure that we don't go behind again. Chaplin with the delivery and away by Barry Knox. Connor Chaplin on the right-hand side of the midfield. Oh, what a dangerous ball. And McMillan's touch could have gone anywhere. Very nearly an own goal there. Flattened by his goalkeeper. Corner, Ipswich Town. Broadhead delivers and delivers well. But thankfully Murphy is there to get, well, I say rid, but it's going to fall here to Kamara. As we say, he's making his debut for his team today, but no assist for him as the shot goes straight at the keeper. Murphy growing already, now that he's seeing some first-team action, which is good news. Knocks into Kai, quickly round the corner for Edwards. I'll try and get this back to Kai if I can. It's Salinas, then to Kai, then to Salinas, and in the box, surely now, 1-0 to AFC Chesnoid. A brilliant breakaway, and we have an advantage here. Hopefully, we can get victory number 4 of 5 in the Championship this season. Oh, can I get there? No. Here's Batterina. Across the Broadhead. And McMillan steps in. Perhaps will count himself a little bit unlucky not to have kept his starting spot, McMillan. Now that we've brought Ferreira in and lost Boyle. But, oh, this will be a brilliant counter-attack. Tom Edwards! Oh, it was a brilliant counter-attack. It just wasn't finished very well. Tom puts it over the bar. He's got to be better than that. I don't know why I've still got the little graphic on the top right. Apologies for that. FIFA things again. But no second goal for us here, unfortunately. Chaplin. Nicely round the corner here to Wes Burns. Getting forward as you would expect him to. Chaplin just beats Edwards to that. And it's into the middle here now to Porath, who has options. It's still going to work for Ipswich. He was onside there, the man in the middle, and he's hit the post and it's gone wide. They might not get a better chance with half an hour to play. He did rush it, probably presuming he was offside, just trying to ensure he got a shot away before any potential whistle went. But if he had a little bit more composure, he might have taken a touch, realised how much space he had around him, and picked his spot a bit better. Now we're on the counter-attack. We might be scoring ourselves. Salinas underneath this, hopefully. It's Edmondson that wins the header. But we will get this to Kai, who's going to spin. And he will miss the target. Could have been level. Could have been further ahead. Neither. Here's Chaplin. He had the option out wide, but I think he was offside. Forced it central. Didn't work. Go the way you're facing. Sometimes. I can't believe it. Ipswich are level. Richardson has the ball played back to him, and his touch is so heavy, it takes him straight into the town man. Barry Knox will get to this first, though. Challenge from Batterina. I think that was actually fair. Definitely won the ball. I think that was a foul, to be honest. They've made 5, apparently, whilst we've been good boys and not made any so far. Let's whip this. Oh, and Salinas could be underneath. He's risen really well! In the 84th minute, our Argentine star wins it at Patreon Park, potentially. Goals from set pieces weren't very forthcoming last year, but that's our second so far this year already. Maybe we're improving with dead ball scenarios. That was very well tucked away. Salinas is decent in the air, you know. Oh, and if we could have just kicked that out of play, that would have been game. Thankfully, they've kicked it to me. That'll be game. Anywhere will do. AFC Cheese 2. Ipswich Town 1. Despite the calamitous equaliser for Ipswich Town, we will get an equalising nullification. We will get the win. Only 5 shots for us in that game. We nullified their equaliser by going and scoring another one. Leicester win again, so they are 5 from 5 in the Championship this season and continually are yet to concede a goal. We're in the playoffs at the moment. Brentford also going really well with 4 wins and a draw, which currently sees them sneaking above ourselves and Norwich. But our goal difference isn't great so far, only +5. Goal difference is certainly going to be more heavily in the larger team's favour. I would expect Leicester, Brentford, Norwich, Sheffield United all to finish above us this season. But given the potential growth we could have in the squad, I don't see any reason why we couldn't have a playoff challenge. Lucas Maxwell, I would be happy to let go out on loan now that we've brought in the guy from Rangers. That's hopefully going to be some good first team football for Maxwell. Interested in some more of the Patreon players. Maxwell can go to Besiktas here. Not a loan to buy, but McCloskey is a player that certainly could grow quite well given the opportunity with some first team football. So this is actually working really well for us. I think almost everybody I wanted to send on loan this year has found a loan move. Oh, Peterborough played 5 and lost them all, have you? Way! You love to see it. So Barnsley, weirdly. Barnsley came up with us last year, of course, via the playoffs after bottling automatic promotion. Derby came up with us after sealing automatic promotion on the final day, and we are still the highest of the promoted sides thus far. Well, we're away against Peterborough, but nothing would satisfy me more than going and winning at London Road. Xenopoulos in goal for Peterborough. Frankie Kent, captain still at centre-back. Ronnie Edwards alongside him. They are a 4-2-3-1. Sales up top. Artur Sales is a player from Passos Ferreira in Portugal. So I'm very much unfamiliar with him. Kwame Poku at Cam, though. Very, very good. 74 rated. Particularly decent player. However, Borough, bottom of the table, having lost 5 of 5. Let's make that 6. Castro's in again. I said they were direct. Well, I'm being direct too. Kai! Why have you gone for a diving header, mate? Oh, Kai Connick. Surely that was in a better position to just try and volley that. We're working it out nicely, though. And Kai's beating his man. And he'll work it out wide here to Lawrence. Could tuck this back to Salinas, who can't pull the trigger quickly enough. Out wide to Roundel. They are the lowest scoring team in the league. With 2 in 5... Oh, you locked off the ball. With 2 in 5 games. So, one would like to hope that maybe we can get a second away clean sheet in this fixture. Very nearly broke beyond my defensive line there and had me slightly worried, but we've kept Sales quiet so far. Out wide to Randall. Nice tackle by Ferreira, and Lawrence is quickly to it. Kai, ordinarily his through balls are pretty rubbish, but that one was decent. And the shot from Salinas Straight down the throat of the goalkeeper, frustratingly. I was trying to set it out to look for the far corner, but misplaced, as was that pass. And Salinas could have another go, or maybe find a teammate. Nope. Forward to... Oh, Mitch Backer's just decided he wants to go up there, is he? You're a striker now, are you, Mitch? All right, pal. We changed your position. Ferreira looking for Rodri Lawrence. Try and get some space here to stand the ball up into the middle, which he's done brilliantly. Kai does go for the diving header again. And this time connects, but doesn't find the back of the net. That was decent, actually. Castro to deliver the corner. And Salinas is going to fall for Lawrence. And Samaras is here. Samaras. Straight to the keeper. From Greek to Greek. Handle down the line here to Prieto. Good block by Ferreira. And not quite away. Prieto to Poku. Good block. No! It's going to fall to Ajiboye. No clean sheet. And potentially no points against Peterborough away. If there was ever a team I didn't want to lose to in the Championship this season, it's them. Poku quickly to Sales, who's jinked through the gap nicely. And here's Randall. Still Borough at the beginning of the second half. Press! Yeah, no wonder there are oohs around the ground. That was very nearly finding that far bottom corner. Try and deal with it. She does, thankfully, as the second man just runs straight into him. Oh, and then I nearly did exactly the same to the man that was stood in front of me. I am running out of time here, and you can tell from the stat top left, the last 50 minutes have been all the home side's way. 70% possession, 5 shots. Kai, mate, you're passing. Oh, it doesn't whip me off. Doesn't matter how much I train it, it's still rubbish. Barry knocks into the middle. It might find the man at the back post. It hasn't. Castro can't get there. It's a nice ball to Sales. Backer's chasing. Nice tackle, Mitch. We've won it back. Kerr. Surprised I don't make that pun more often, to be honest. Ferreira down the line to Lawrence. He's going to beat his man. He's going to go, Rodri. Need Logan Brown to get in the middle. He's arriving. The cross might find him. Oh, he very nearly arrived well. Lavery will win this header. Samaras down to towards Edwards, not to Evan. I don't know why he's fallen over there. Maybe he's not quite got long enough studs on. In a key moment. Can't keep his footing. Here's Clark, who's come off the bench. To Brown. Looking for Edwards, but can't squeeze it through the gap. I think we're about to lose to Peterborough. I'll be absolutely devastated, but it seems like it's about to happen. I can't seem to create the chance I need to get the equaliser. And now with barely any time left in the game, it's them that are on the attack. Bowl this out quickly looking for Rodri, but it's not necessarily as down the line as I hoped it would be. He's beaten Boissier, but he's kept with me. Logan Brown is through that gap. Go on, Clark. No, Logan! No! Oh, I'm going to lose to Peterborough, aren't I? I really, genuinely am devastated. Boissier in the box. It's their fans that are whistling for the final whistle to come now, rather than mine as it was against Ipswich. It's been the battle against 3 teams in blue and white today. Oh, I don't like how that feels. We've lost 2 of the 3. Why did it have to? I wouldn't mind losing to Ipswich and beating Peterborough. I do not like to lose that fixture ever. And we have. And unfortunately, it's 2 defeats from our 3 games today. Only 4 chances created. We're still going to be there or thereabouts, the playoffs. But that certainly will see our league position drop a bit. And indeed, we are down to 7th. Virgil van Dijk at 34 going to Borussia Dortmund. On deadline day, Patreon Daniel is going to Valencia from Besiktas. And Jakob Moder has gone to Salernitana from Strasbourg. Let's see what else happens on deadline day. Jack Wimpenny, another Patreon player, and Brandon Yang, both moving as well. That is going to be the youngster going out on loan. Lucas Maxwell to Başakşehir in Turkey. Off to the Turkish capital. Istanbul is the Turkish capital, isn't it? I think it is. Let's see what happens in the remainder of the day. I've got an email here now. Is that someone bidding for one of my players? No, that would just be confirmation of Maxwell loaning out. Good. So I'm hoping no more deals for us outgoing. I would be very, very bullish on deadline day if we do get any bids come in. Certainly, if it would have to be like a Premier League team or someone of that nature for me to consider it. Malacia's gone to Real Madrid as Brahim Diaz leaves Real Madrid and goes to Inter Milan. McCloskey loaned out. With 5 hours to go, Nick Pope joins Bayern Munich from Newcastle. That's one I certainly didn't think I'd see. Moise Kean goes to Napoli from Leipzig for £92 million. Wow. Javi Simons goes to Hoffenheim as well from PSV. Cherky leaving. Morten Hjulmund from Lecce to Fulham. Fulham in our division? I think Fulham might still be Premier League. Cucurella to Wolves from Chelsea. And Spezia bid for Lavery. I will be rejecting that bid from Spezia. Thank you very much. Roch, I'd certainly do just a loan if Orlando would be willing to take him on just a loan. That would give him some first team, but well, he's got high potential. But I think with just an hour to go, that won't have enough time to go through. I'm pretty sure that will be that for the transfer window. So, as we have a look at the biggest deals in this window then, here is... Whoa! Okay, there were some big ones. Bloody hell! £143 million. Pedri joins Manchester United. Florian Wirtz for £142 million. He's gone from Dortmund to Real Madrid. Vitinha to Inter Milan for 123. Sandro Tonali to Arsenal for 116. Rodri back to Real Madrid from Manchester City, also for 116. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bids, 5 deals over £110 million. That's insane. Charles de Ketelara has gone to Lyon for 93. Moise Kean we saw. Gavi to Valencia. Gonzalo Ramos to Bayern. Kulusevski from Juve to City. Back to the Premier League for the Ukrainian. Diogo Upamecano to Fiorentina from Tottenham. That will weaken them, certainly. Kone to Newcastle. Szoboszlai to AC Milan. Tammy from Real Madrid to Leipzig. Fratesi to City's a good deal. Ekitike to Everton is great for them as well. Getrauda goes to Dortmund. Jordan Forbes, Patreon player to Lille. Javi Simons to Hoffenheim for 64 million is the biggest Patreon player deal so far. Jack has gone to Real Sociedad. Simakan to Chelsea. De Bruyne to Juventus. Yuri Tielemans to Mönchengladbach. Harvey Elliott to Nice from Valencia is an intriguing one. What is he? Oh, never mind. I was trying to click the right stick in to see the player's stats, actually, to see how Harvey Elliott is rated. 83 at this stage. Ndicka to Betis. Puskás has gone to Athletic Club to Bilbao. Matthew Davison has gone to Marseille. Manu Tuchena to Leeds, so we may well be playing Manu at some point in the not too distant future in this save. Brandon Yang to Watford, as we saw earlier on as well. Dawson to Braga. Weston McKennie to Wolves, as Mateus Cunha, who is of Wolves in real life, goes to Juventus the other way. Cucurella to Wolves as well. Fabio Carvalho to Roma. Malacia we saw, and Baumgartner to Spurs in the cam position. Well, that rounds out transfer deadline day and the window then. We drop out of the playoffs with 2 defeats in 3. And whilst I still hope to challenge for the playoffs this season, I certainly don't expect to be anywhere near the top 2. We've Derby County tomorrow, which obviously we will play as a local rivalry. Sheffield Wednesday are a massive club, so we'll play them as well. And then we'll probably play Sim Preston, so we can play Swansea, because of course that will be at a real life ground. Out of the Carabao Cup after the first round as well, and no Papa John's trophy means that certainly £1.5 billion spent on deadline day alone. So we should have actually some youth options in the next bid. I'm actually going to reject that for Fleming. He is on my bench, and I'd like to try and utilise him this season if I can. We might get some youth scout reports. Final scout report back on Cristobal Acuna, centre mid from Boca Juniors, who I certainly would consider loaning. He is loan listed, and maybe I will try and do that actually here now. Whilst we've got the scout report back and we're on the day, I may as well, just to add a bit of depth to that position. Novak, I tried to loan him, they said no. Let me know if you think I should maybe look to buy Novak in January. I will wait for your feedback on that front. Maybe we buy Novak in January and Castro gets replaced. Although Castro certainly could Castro certainly could potentially grow this year by January. Acuna with short-term loan from January to the end of the season. We'll wait and see what happens on that front. But for now, we're going to get... There we go. We do have a monthly scout report come back. Fleming loan bid from Levante this time. I might take him off the loan list, actually, Fleming, now that we've seen everybody else go out on loan. Unless we have a worldie here. But doesn't look like it yet from England. So no worldies there. And I'll take Fleming off the loan list. That will do us for the transfer window then today and for the episode. Thank you very much for watching. Do make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. And of course, hopefully you're continuing to enjoy this save. We're not having it all our own way in the Championship, nor did we expect to, and I'm glad of that. It will be an intriguing season. For now, though, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.